taken away from my monetizations and shit.
Period.
You know what I'm saying?
Period.
It's cutthroat out here, man.
Yeah, it's cutthroat.
Fucking, it is what it is.
What you
What'd you say?
Oh, no. You know, when the groove music come on, I gotta sit back and chill now.
Is that what it do to you?
It do.
I like your vibe, man. Real talk. You know, I do a lot. Been a lot of radio things. I like your vibe.
Like it.
Real
Appreciate
talk.
that. I be seeing you too, man. You be making moves. You be out here.
Hey, he doing it.
Gotta appreciate a man's hustle. Anybody hustle, honestly.
Respect the grind.
It's because it ain't just about men, as we was talking about. Gotta show the ladies love too. They fucking get off our backs. God damn it. Join the movement. Don't stop shit.
Real
You know what I'm
talk.
saying?
Real talk.
Don't be the fun snatchers. Let the beat rock for a second.
I'm calling it kid controversy.
I called him, what was it, 2 days ago. And he said, let me call you back when we at the dealership. Nigga called me back the day later. I said, nigga, how many cars you get? 5?
Hold on. Whoa.
You just getting back, nigga. You getting 5 of them bitches?
Oh, but listen though, while I was at the dealership, my phone rang, and it was funny because I was talking about you with the wifey, but my phone rings as I'm at the dealership, and I'm like, hello. He's like, Jay, man, you know any lawyers? I'm like, man, what kind? You know what I'm saying? Because I got some professional friends. He like, the criminal kind, man. These motherfuckers done got my cousin downtown. Talking about he done assaulted somebody. He a paraplegic and shit. I said, this nigga calling me. Wait, one of the things about Delonte is I never know if he for real or
And that's
if
what I'm
he
still
for
trying to figure out. I'm like, wait a
I said,
minute.
my uncle ain't got no damn legs, man. He down at court, man. And the judge gonna say, all rise. And now this nigga's in contempt. Petty, man. Petty. Nigga, how he gonna rise, judge?
And I'm sitting here like, before you just said that part, I'm like, wait a minute. So, did this shit happen for real?
Dude, you never know. Look, I done fucked up the whole joke. But he said, all right. Ain't that a bitch? That's what.
Both of them shits was funny to me.
You should never be held in contempt of court for something you just
Right.
have no control.
No
over.
control.
God
Judge.
damn it. God damn it. Welcome back to the JMatt Show. I'm your host, JMatt. This is show 56.
Yes.
Got my man Wayne here, and we got a special guest.
Yes.
Tongue-tied.
Come on, let's do it again.
Special guest.
There it is.
My man, DHAWK.
Welcome. Welcome.
Thank you. Long overdue, baby. This family right here.
Yeah.
You know? Family, man. Long overdue.
We was been supposed to do this, and hopefully you'll be a reoccurring guest.
Absolutely, man.
You know what I'm saying? As long as you feel comfortable, man. We don't want to make you feel unwanted because this is a house of love.
Yeah, man. This the dinner club, not the breakfast club. This the dinner club.
What you pointing at?
Love.
Oh, it does say that right there. I need to hang that sign up, man. But I got a bunch of signs right here that say
Love.
and represent love.
Yeah.
So I think it's pretty clear what we got going on in here.
It's dope.
Hey, we got a lot of shit to talk about. Was that a pausable
Yeah,
moment?
that was a pause moment. We talking about
Love?
love, and y'all know what's going on in here. Wait.
I thought that was in context. But you got to be cautious. I get it, man.
Yeah.
Things get misconstrued and
They do.
blown out
They
of
do.
proportion
Like,
all the
damn,
time.
This nigga, the Aaron Hernandez of Cleveland Heights?
I hope not. Oh, my God. Speaking of Aaron
I
Hernandez,
see what's about to happen tonight.
Yeah.
we got plenty of shit to talk about, and Aaron Hernandez is on the list. We got a bunch of shit going on in TV. But before we get to that, let's see. Anybody have anything interesting they did this weekend? Anything fun? Anything new, exciting,
Absolutely.
adventurous?
Yeah.
What you get into?
I was, you go on the internet and you just see some stuff like, damn. But I got an account with Pornhub, but I didn't know now they doing like 3 new videos every hour.
Wait a second. You got an account?
With Pornhub on exclusive.
Oh, you get the HD and
Yeah.
you might be the first person I know with an account.
What account, nigga?
Nah, he's the first person that we know that admitted that he got an account.
You right.
That's what that is.
You right. You right.
Way to be 100, because I'm totally not gonna tell y'all if I got an account.
So what did you get? What you get extra?
They give you a plaque. It's an arm like this, just to let you know that they love your service, man. You know, I love it, man. Sometimes it could get in the way of relationships, man. You know what I'm saying? My girl was like, "I'm on my way." I was like, "I told you to come over 20 minutes ago. Me and Pornhub is on the date. Bye."
Now, do you subscribe to or does anybody still do the pre-rub one off before your lady come over just to make sure?
I'm 44. I'm done.
Nobody do that no more?
Once I do that, I'm done.
So you just one and done.
Yeah.
I'm done. Trust me. I'm out of here, man.
Yeah, like that whole getting that first one out the way shit is overrated at this age. It's like you get that one out the way, that was the one. That was the one.
You can't waste the one no more.
No, you can't waste.
You can't waste the one no more, man. You better give it everything you got with that first one.
One time I hit two. Nigga. It was Thanksgiving, nigga. I woke up here like, dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. I said, nigga, it's Christmas time.
Man,
it is.
Damn.
I don't remember the last time I hit 2. In real life, 2, that's a lot. My joints ain't even ready for 2.
Not at all, man.
I need my recoup time right now. I'm at 30. I'll be 38 this year. My recoup time is not that bad, depending on the day and the time and what I was just doing before. Like how hard did I go?
What influence you may be up under.
Yeah. And speaking of influence, I don't like drunk sex. No more. Not no more.
No.
Not no more. Because
that drunk sex is going to prevent the one.
But see, I never.
Thank you.
I never been that guy. Like when you get drunk, like you get hornier. I don't get that. If anything, I don't want to be around a broad because I'm like, I got an Earl. I got, you know what I'm saying? I never been.
Not at 44.
Huh?
Not at 44.
No, I'm talking about
drink.
like sometime like when you drink. Of course, you talking more trash, but it doesn't make me now a certain type of weed do. You know what I'm saying? You got sativa or you know what I'm saying, but liquor don't make me horny, extra horny. I'm horny already, but when I'm drunk, I'm like,
You look horny.
Huh?
It look like he be horny. He look like he just got.
He look like
he got that.
You can't just pause my signs.
He got that,
and then tell him he look like he be horny.
He got the. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that go. I'm gonna let that go.
Thank you.
We all appreciate that one. But what did you do on your weekend?
He said you look.
Should I even get a turn after that? Just after that segment,
You gotta tell us what interesting
listen.
things you did to be horny this weekend.
Shit, fuck, man. You know, man, I ain't did a damn thing, man. You know, I'm always trying to do something positive, man. I was supposed to go teach a financial literacy workshop down at the juvenile center, but
Nice.
due to weather, that got postponed. So
What weather?
man, did you not see
bad.
the snowstorm that we just had this past Saturday?
Oh yeah, okay.
Man,
So it was.
so needless to say,
Can I join you on that? On one?
we talk about it.
All right.
All right, but so we ended up postponing that, and so that led to me shoveling my driveway. Got that work in, then went to the gym. After that,
Your weekends always consist of some type of physical activities, man. Your weekends don't be sounding like you be relaxing at all.
man, I don't really relax too much with my life. I got to keep it going, man.
That's what's up, man.
I got to get it, man.
That's what's up.
It was bad this weekend, man.
It was.
Yeah,
I called off. I was like,
I
I ain't gonna
seen
make it.
parts
The
of it.
road is bad. They was like, nigga, you stay across the street. I said, I'll be damn. I forgot that they know where I stay.
I seen parts of it because I was downtown. We went to the monster truck little rally
Really?
at the Wolstein Center. That was the loudest shit I've
Hey,
experienced.
you
in
ain't
my
take the
life.
headphones?
I wasn't ready.
Oh man,
I wasn't ready.
I learned that a long time ago. I still got the headphones from when my 17-year-old was like this, like this.
I went one time when I was a kid, and I remember why. Now I remember. I knew it was something about it. Like, I'm monster trucks. I'm cool. My wife been trying to get me to take the kids down there for a long time, and I'm like, nah, I'm good. And she finally got me to go, and I don't know if I'm gonna go back.
Yeah. It's too much.
Yeah, I had to plug my ears, and then the kids was laughing at me and shit
Yeah.
Like you plugged them like with your fingers.
with my
plugged?
fingers.
Oh man, you was supposed to at least get some.
Now they said the other ones is
I spent too
louder.
much money already. I
They
didn't
said
wanna
the
do
other one's louder. You know, whatever the car that got the flame or got
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
they
what's
said
those
that's
called?
I don't know, drag racing or something.
Is it-
They said that's it's extremely.
Oh, you talking
loud.
about when they be racing like them like 175
Ah,
mile per hour joints? Oh,
yeah. The drag racers.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. The show was actually not bad thanks to the dudes I was on the dirt bikes doing the tricks in the air, doing backflips and everything. Like, other than that, the monster trucks is super boring. It wasn't even enough space for them to do like real tricks or like put on.
But the
good
kids
show.
like it. That's what
They liked it. You know, it's all about the kids.
Yeah.
So that was your weekend.
That was my weekend, and then we went out, celebrated Tia's 40th birthday party, and it reminds me of why I don't. Yeah, happy birthday, Tia. I don't go out past a certain time. Like, at this age, when it's time to kick it, if I know I'm gonna kick it, I actually like to be headed out by 10. I'm not trying to be headed out the house at midnight. What the fuck? By that time, I done sunk deeper down into the couch. You know what I'm saying? And I done talked myself into staying home for some type of reason.
Wait a minute, hold on. So speaking of birthdays, I'm sorry. I attended my cousin's 40th birthday. That was Saturday night. You just reminded me. Happy birthday, Tierra.
Where?
You know, she had a house party game night.
Okay.
She had a game night and karaoke.
Yeah.
So, you know, that was dope. But something else I just thought about. So my wife was out of town this weekend. And, man, I looked up, man, like you said, being busy. Man, it was almost like I ain't even had a weekend to myself, man. I looked up, I had so much stuff that I was doing. I looked up, she was back. I'm like,
see, I don't like
damn,
that.
I dropped her off at the airport, went to sleep, did some things, went to sleep, and was picking her up from the airport.
Yeah. I remember my dude, I was like, man, this, and it hit me, this was like 6-7 years ago. I was like, what you doing this weekend? And he was like, nothing.
Not a damn thing.
Now, back in the day, you like, oh, man, I ain't got shit to do. Nigga, now, nigga, nothing. That's why niggas be like, nigga, you ain't performing? No. That shit work now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No. You know what I'm saying? I never really been a club nigga anyway. So now,
get to pick and choose.
I'm good, man.
And then you up in there late, man. I remember back in the day when I used to do music, man. I used to be exhausted sitting around in the club all night.
Oh, now you want to talk about doing music?
No. I'm just...
Go ahead. No, talk about it.
I'm empathizing.
There's people that don't know you used to do music, Mr. Legacy.
They know now. And I'm sure they've been new with the stuff that you done said.
I haven't said much at all, but you just said back in the day when I used to do
day.
music. You just opened up a whole can of worms.
No.
We will dive into this another day.
We can close that worm. Worm
we'll,
box back
we'll
up.
Close the can. Close it up. We'll get
Lock
back
it
to
up.
it.
Lock that one up.
Yeah, throw away the key. I was gonna get the National Day, but I looked through the National Days earlier, and they all sucked ass, man. And I'm not really going there with these National Days, man.
My man, you know I hate the National Days.
And so we're gonna skip National Day, man. One of them was like National Blonde Brownie Day. Like, who gives a fuck about
you
blonde
just
brownies?
Them is good though.
You know what I'm saying?
They taste good though.
Yeah, because actually I had to click on that one, and blonde brownies, they use brown sugar instead of cocoa. That sounds good as fuck.
Hey man,
I ain't gonna lie.
Look.
Shout out to the blonde
My
brownies.
sister-in-law be making them. She a baker,
you hit?
man. Oh my God, they real good.
Oh,
I ain't mad at that National Day, man. I should have had her send me some of those or whatever, man. If I'd have known that was going on.
Before I forget, look into the camera for this. Please, if you guys are watching on YouTube, subscribe. I'm not gonna tell you to like because you might not fucking like the video or the podcast. So like the shit if you like it, dislike it if you don't. But go ahead and subscribe if you fucking with the JMatt Show. Comment for sure. Don't be scared to get up in these comments. I know we talk about shit that y'all don't really usually talk about in your everyday life, but y'all can join in on this controversial shit from time to time. It's a safe place. We're not judging nobody. Also, go ahead and follow me on the gram at the JMatt Show. DHAWK, let everybody know exactly why you infamous and why you are the DHAWK. You don't know? Man, come on, man. Everybody knows fucking Uncle Freddie. If you don't know anything, you know Uncle Freddie.
Man, you know.
You've been at this thing for a minute, man.
12 years, brother. 13 now.
And before you got here, I was telling Wayne, man, how much I love comedians because y'all are different thinkers. Totally. Comedians do not see shit the same way as the normal world. And y'all are some of the most interesting people to talk to. So I'm glad to have you here, bro.
Appreciate it, man.
I appreciate a special mind.
Appreciate it.
And comedians, definitely. Good comedians. Not all comedians are good.
And everybody not a comedian. That's why majority of them not good.
Yeah, not all comedians are funny either.
True.
Just say that.
True.
But we got a funny one here.
Thank you, man. That's maybe not your type of funny.
Yeah, that's
That's
there
the
you go.
thing.
There you go.
And that's that's a huge hurdle when you're a comedian or just period. But like, damn, somebody don't think I'm funny. And when you go over that hurdle, like, no, because for real, some people don't think you're funny just because they want to be funny.
You mean themselves?
Yeah. And it's natural. They
Like,
wish
I wish
you
I
well.
I wish I could be funny.
They wish you well, and then when you get it, they wish you hell. So you're constantly, just like LeBron. LeBron do 67. They say that Jordan would have did 68. So no matter what you did, you're constantly put against, and that's what we do as black people. Unfortunately, everything is a fucking competition. And instead of just, it's too much this instead of this. We could tear down the doors. But it's just constant, he ain't this and he ain't that. It's to the point I go get wings and they're like, nigga, that wasn't funny. I'm like, I know, bitch. I just said I want some fucking wings.
They expect everything you say to be funny.
Thing.
Why you
Say
ain't
something
say it like
funny.
Uncle Freddie, nigga?
Right. People like, man, my cat C, he like, man, bring Uncle Freddie to the barbecue. I like, nigga, what, got some Uncle Freddie money?
Right.
I like a DJ,
Right.
hey, man, come
So
to
they
the
want
party,
you to
bitch.
just come show up in character
That shit over.
just cause.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like it's almost like they forget that you a real person
Thank you.
behind being a
Thank
comedian.
you.
And you ain't even reached. Have you reached the plateau that you want to get to as far as your comedic
Yes.
path goes?
Yes, actually,
Okay.
I'm real talk. I like hit it.
Okay.
Like I hit the ceiling. It's just my money didn't come. That's the only real talk.
Okay.
That's the only.
Because I wasn't about to project that you ain't where you want to be because you were different. Like I just said, you a different type of dude.
I never even really wanted this, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I never wanted it. It never been my passion, and it's not my passion. It's very wicked. The show business is very wicked. You would think all you got to do is be funny. It's not even about that. It's like, damn. It's about that. I want to do. I'm more funny to me.
Tighten that part up for you.
Right here.
Right on the bottom.
This.
At the
This.
that part. There you go. That boy is loosey goosey.
I'm more funny when I don't have to. If they said, "Hey, man, y'all doing a podcast tonight? Bring y'all ass there now." You'd be like, "Nigga, I don't even want to do it no more." And I was trying to tell this girl that she like, "No, because if it's something you love, back in the day, you used to love driving. Now you,
I hate
now
driving
you
now.
don't.
I don't know. Sometimes I like long road trips.
It's a difference.
Right.
But you a long road trip, not to work.
Yeah.
So it's just
You like driving anywhere when you
Joy
back when you first
driving.
started driving.
Yeah, so that's where I'm good. The stuff that I did is sometimes you sit back and you like, damn, these numbers are organically. You know what I'm saying? We didn't push these numbers out. We didn't boost them or whatever. They're organically, man. Like, damn.
And that's what you can appreciate more is when you actually see your audience grow with you from feeble beginnings to where you actually want this whole seed to grow and be.
Right.
That's I like organic shit. There's a lot of people actually purchasing followers just to make it look like I'm up here with these other people that's doing things.
Yeah.
I had a question for you though, because I ain't had too many questions. I ain't gonna lie to you because I know I fucks with you already. But do you enjoy doing skits more than actual stand up?
I don't enjoy none of them no more.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, at the point, did you ever?
Yeah.
Okay.
I enjoyed stand up when I had a job at Lowe's. When Lowe's fired me, it got real. I said, damn, it just got real. Now, it's a difference between being hungry and thirsty. Somebody call you, hey, I got a gig for you. You're supposed to say, oh, okay, where is it? When is it? Okay. Now, not how much? Okay, because your bills got to get paid.
Yeah.
No, I can't. Where is it? Is it? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Now
so,
that's being thirsty because you need that money.
Do you feel like
It used to be a hobby.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was deep right there. Like when
That changed your whole perspective on it.
and it seemed like it changed it took the fun out of it.
It took the fun out of it.
It took the fun out of it. Do you feel like that with you? Do you feel like it was the business side of it that did it, or was it the craft itself?
That took me out of it?
Yeah.
No,
Because I know you said it's a dark play. You know, like
it's the business.
Yeah.
So with the skits, people read. Why is that microwave so small under that big cabinet?
So people looking in the background.
Oh, they're critiquing. They're not there to enjoy it. I'm going to take down this video by mine. I'm going to discredit it, like just how they did with the Tyler Perry thing, the wigs and this and that, and it's like, nigga, when did you become Cisco and Ebert? I done heard cut your grass. It was an Uncle Freddie saying, cut your grass, put weed and feed down. Put some lotion on your elbows. I did this one. I said that I hate Lionel Richie. I hate Sam Cooke, Luther Vandross. So people like, huh? Because every time I hear them, I know I got to do chores, right? So
Right.
I reenacted it.
that's any '70s music in my.
So I
Goddamn
reenacted
Anita
it.
Baker.
Reenacted it, and then I'm like, I want to go to Rando, and I'm cleaning, I'm doing chores. I'm in the bathroom, cleaning the toilet, and somebody's like, hey, man, is it me, y'all, or do the toilet water look high? I'm telling you, so it's like it takes the fun out of it, like, or these are the silent hates. Yeah, I'm only here for the girl.
Now,
Meaning, fuck your shit.
I got a question for you. Because you saying some interesting shit, and I wasn't expecting you to say none of this shit, Dior. I swear to God, none of this shit was I was expecting. So you got me curious as hell. But we going I just want to know. Is it hard? Because everything is easier said than done. Is it really hard that because you're experiencing it to silence or not silence, but not give as much credit or credence or attention to the haters than those who are the congratulators?
Is it hard?
Yeah, is it harder?
Absolutely. People say don't worry about it, but it's there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's
It's
like
just it's hard to not see it.
if you right here and you keep hearing thumping upstairs. Oh, don't worry about that. No, nigga, I am. What's going on up there? So it's there. So what you have to be careful for is you can't give them attention, because what's going to happen is you're watering your weeds and your flowers are going to die.
Oh shit.
You know what? It's funny that you say that because I was looking at somebody's post. I can't remember who it was, but all of these people were commending. Actually, the post wasn't even about this particular basketball player. I think it was it Jeff Green? Jeff Green that used to play for us, and he commented on somebody else's post, and then fans came and was saying all these positive things about him. He never said anything in response to him, and the one moment that somebody negative came in, that was the person he addressed. And somebody came in and said something like, man, it's crazy. All these people showing you love, and the person you want to address is the negative person.
Because you don't see that. Just like when I do a show, I don't really hear laughing. Now I can hear a boo. It's just we wired different.
We wired really we are wired differently.
Yeah,
It's the way that you receive shit.
Yeah.
It's almost like you don't really expect people to cheer you on, so you subconsciously you waiting for someone to talk bad about you.
Yeah.
You're waiting for somebody so you could. I don't know what you want to do with it as an individual getting that type of hate, but
I think it comes from passion too, because man, when you know that you done worked hard on something, when somebody want to come and tear it down, like for example, you mentioned the Tyler Perry movie. Now, I know you made the comment about like we not Cisco and Ebert and everything like that, but at the same time, I don't feel like there's anything wrong with being able to have an opinion, because one thing that everybody keeps saying is that regardless of the wigs, regardless of all of these things that people are pointing out, Tyler Perry gonna make. Yeah,
the fuck
he
is
just
this?
fucked you up, didn't you?
ain't
So we the Tyler Perry movie is on in the background.
on
because
right now.
I put it on because they was talking about it and I just had to
crazy.
see. I seen the trailer and that was it. But this is really bad. Go ahead.
It's a difference between having an opinion about something and hating on something, and I think that people have to understand the difference.
Here's the thing. This guy say, man, I watched all his videos and I don't think they funny. I ain't find one funny. Great. I've been doing these videos for 12 years. When did it hit you
To stop watching.
Or did you really laugh? If I go to a restaurant and I say I don't like this food that I just got, that's not hating. I'm voicing my opinion.
Yeah.
If you come and get it and the food is gone,
Right.
then did you really not like it?
Now here's my like even with Tyler Perry, I heard a lot of people saying, I don't even watch none of the Tyler Perry movies, and I don't watch this, and that's cool. Like me personally, I don't have an issue with Tyler Perry. I'm over Madea to the point where I'm not going to see no more Madea movies. I'm Madea'd out, But that's not going to stop me from going to see another Tyler Perry film. And and that's how I feel about it. I ain't about to sit up here and say nothing bad about Madea because it was a point in time I liked Madea. How do I say something now other than being like, all right, enough? I can't see Madea goes to space. It's just I can't do no more of it.
I was feeling a certain way.
That one might be good. I fuck with Medea in space.
So my aunt said, because this one I used to give attention to the haters, and this guy, this what they do too. Also, that's fake. That's scripted. No shit. No shit.
You figured that out all by
asshole.
yourself.
So we going back and forth and this and that, and will little man get funny? And it was a white guy, and my aunt texted me shit like, just because somebody doesn't dislike, just because somebody don't like you, that don't mean they're a hater. She said, I might be the only one in the world don't think Eddie Griffin is funny or Richard Pryor. And I said,
People don't think Kevin Hart funny.
I don't. But the thing is, do you go on Richard Pryor's and Eddie Griffin's page every day? No. That's like me telling you, man, I can't stand MASH. But episode 3, when they had the thing, and then 10, no, just go.
You know what? So now look, I'm guilty, and I'm gonna tell you where. I watch Love and Hip Hop every week, and every week I say I ain't never watching this shit again.
Do you watch it on your own or do you watch it with your lovely wife?
See, now I told myself I was gonna come into this episode and not talk about my wife, but you want to bring my wife up. I watch it with my wife.
I guess I did
every week. You did,
okay, but I was just trying to give you a pass.
I love my wife, and that's what it is. I do everything with my wife.
That's dope. That's dope. So yeah, I mean, it's getting better.
He's so petty, man.
It's getting better, but it'll mess with you. It truly do.
Well, you got my support. Next time you decide to get up on that stage, I'm coming to fuck with you. I promise. I swear. Listen, did y'all do anything, or do you guys ever do anything to celebrate MLK Day? But besides maybe having a day off of work, like, do you do anything for that day?
I worked.
Yeah.
What you do?
I delete 5 niggas that post fight videos.
5 niggas every
In honor
year.
of Martin Luther King, for that day, I delete these niggas.
Nice.
That's a good way of
I like
honoring
that.
them.
Usually they say you can't tell somebody's on social media, but by your posting, you can tell somebody's. You can actually cover up, decide where say the people's name, and just from the content, you be like, this Jermaine, this Randy, this Vanessa. Because you got niggas that talk about the Browns. You got niggas that always constantly hate on something. You got somebody that always bash on bitches. You got always a jokester.
Got some miserable woman.
So you don't judge them by the
bashing.
content of their character. You judge them by the content of their posts.
You have to. I mean, you got
That's
jobs.
a
You got
cool
jobs right
MLK
now.
post.
They might say, turn in your resume, right? But naturally, they'd be like, we'll just look your social media up. And that'll tell me every single thing that I need to know.
And you got a lot of people that think that they can hide in their social media or whatever. Like, man, stop it.
I did a post
Stop
a long
it.
time
Like,
ago.
clean up your social media.
When I was back on Facebook and I was on my motivational speaking days, I did a post when I was in a car, and I'm like, man, y'all, I need to be careful about what you're posting on your social media. You are basically leaving what they like to say a carbon footprint. You're leaving a footprint for your kids, the next generation to pull up. Eventually, there will become a point in time where there are no restrictions on what you can pull up from the past that was posted online. There will be a point where all this shit will become available. Remember how we used to go to the library when we used to have to do book reports, and they used to have old newspapers. They used to put them under that machine and look at them and scroll through. You remember that machine? Mm-hmm. That's what the internet is going to be for our great grandkids who decide that they need to do a history report on great grandfather Wayne. They're going to be able to pull up your tweets and be like, damn, great granddaddy was on some bullshit with these motherfucking homosexuals. He ain't fuck with none of the L's, G's, B's, T's,
wait. Don't
I know, not you, but you know what I'm talking about. But that's what I was saying. But it's just some real shit. But back to the shit, though, my original question about celebrating MLK Day. Before I get to, do you do anything?
No,
it's almost like Black History Month. You don't
yeah, but I mean, no, on some real, no. No, but you know what? Here's my thing. I do so much stuff outside of waiting until Black History Day or Martin Luther King and everything like that, man. Like, so my thing is, like, I'm gonna show him love on his birthday to, I'll put a post or something like that. But I feel like at the end of the day, if you're not really out here trying to do nothing in your community or trying to do nothing to uplift any people, what you do for one day or even for 1 month don't mean nothing to me.
I feel that. I don't really do anything specific to celebrate any holiday, honestly. But this is the first year I actually caught wind of those Martin Luther King party flyers. I didn't know. I guess these been around for a while, but I ain't been on social media that long. And
I think I saw one like
I
a couple
laughed
years
at
ago.
a couple of them motherfuckers. I ain't gonna lie, man. I ain't gonna lie. It was a couple of them flyers I found pretty funny. I've never seen them before.
Yeah.
So I didn't really, but then I was like, all right, after I chuckled a little bit, I was like, okay, I can understand the outrage, because the second one I seen, my nigga was holding like a snub nose 38, like on the flyer. I said, well, that one's not cool. I don't think he would be condoning that message. He was nonviolent.
Wait a minute, now I saw a post. It wasn't Martin Luther King related. It was Rosa Parks. They had a picture of Rosa Parks
on the bus.
Back of the bus. You saw that? I laughed, and then afterwards I was like, "This is pretty messed up." I'm like, so they didn't put her back on the back of the bus.
All right, well, just to be on some serious stuff for a moment before we move on to the other shenanigans, because we
do this on the JMatt show. Let's do it.
A lot of other shit to talk about. When I think about Martin Luther King nowadays, in my adult brain, I don't view it in the same light that I used to when we used to really, really have Black History Month, like back in elementary school and middle school, where we had eyes on the prize, and it was really about embracing struggle. And it was like, back then, it was more like, I actually felt the need to connect more to that past, because it was so strange to me. And it was like, all right, damn, these motherfuckers actually went through some crazy shit just so we can vote and be counted as not less than, right? But now, being the researcher that I am as an adult, I'm like, damn, this motherfucker didn't die for civil rights. He actually died because that motherfucker got what we now call woke and said we need to be coming from what's owed to us, which is motherfucking land and money. And that's when they killed his ass. And that's what I think about now in my adult life when I think about Martin Luther King, is the fact that, and we can bring this to our lives, is that we grow and we change a lot based on information and what we learn. Nothing more powerful than to change mind. Who you was a decade ago is not who you are today. And the information you found out before may not be relevant or may be applicable today. And the way that I look at it is, MLK started out this way, which was full of good intentions until the day he died. But his intentions changed with the information that he was presented with and that newfound information can be just as relevant and powerful as what catapulted you in the beginning.
Fact.
And it can take you on a whole different road, and you don't know where that road could lead you. Could lead you to your demise or rise. Unfortunately, in his case, it was his demise. But I just wanted to throw that out there because.
But do you know why it was so much to me? Why we marched together so strong?
Times was different.
Right. But because I needed Martin Luther King.
Yeah.
Now I get a job at GM. I don't feel your effect no more. Stop crying. Or if I'm for the community, it's a Saturday. It's a cute thing. They was fighting on Mondays and Tuesdays. Now the integration. Now, like I say, I don't feel if you hit your foot on a uneven sidewalk, I don't feel it because I got on steel toe. I got a job. My kid's cool. I'm out the struggle right now. You feel me? It was a thing that this Uber lady told me. It's called Idlewild. It was in Michigan. It was like where all the black performers performed and this
I heard
and that.
about that. Yeah.
They had townhouses.
That's what the movie was about.
Oh,
Remember that movie
I never saw.
with Andre 3000?
And then when they was allowed to go to the white establishments, now you forget everything, forget where you came from. Now that's my problem. Sometimes you could be so real, and that's what niggas now he ain't funny and he ain't real. Look at him. Look at the way I'm like, damn. So that's the worst thing you could do for me. Say I'm corny or whatever, but when you tell me I forget where I came from, that really fuck with me. And you know, niggas will continue. Niggas will let you know where you come from.
Yeah.
And they remember I did
They
this.
so quick to try to dig into your past.
Ooh.
They told
Remember. Yes, I
Hey, but
remember
you-
the
but-
fucking blue fucking crayon, nigga, and I gave it back to you,
Wait a minute, hold on. But this what I'm good at doing.
Goddamn.
So you mad because I progressed in life and you didn't?
Absolutely. You changed. Yeah, nigga.
Yeah. Are we not supposed to? Oh, you mad because you still a caterpillar?
Yeah.
You mad? All right.
Now that's the thing. Like, changing is motherfucking. It can be good or bad, but I swear, man, we are so far removed from that whole time and the spirit that was in that area. We don't have that spirit no more.
No.
That spirit is long gone.
It's gone.
And they killed it once they realized that leaders and prominent leaders was actually on to the shits.
Even back in the day when nobody noticed, I'm not saying nobody,
Yeah.
but Martin Luther King got stabbed at a book sign
Right.
by a black lady.
Yeah.
Now, if he got stabbed, I'm dead. I'm shot. What can this man do to you that's at a book sign and Martin Luther King and you stab him with a envelope opener? It's just our people, man. You naturally you could say, hey man, I'm going to church, man. That pastor's man, that nigga he a thief. I didn't even tell you the church. Hey man, we going to the comedy show. Man, that corny ass nigga. You don't even know what a comedian.
Man, listen, I just had seen a post on Facebook today, and I don't know if some things are just said for shock value to try to get the attention
It is.
of the people that that are following them, but I don't know. I feel like that he's found like he's entered a place of newfound religion, and a lot of times when you're new to it, you hitting the pavement, going hard with it, and he's always constantly like just speaking on certain things,
Quoting scriptures.
not even when I say religion, I ain't even necessarily even talking about Christianity. But the point is, he said the church has failed people. And with this one, I had to go comment. I said, it's not the church that's failed people. I said, it's us as people that has failed us. And he really couldn't say anything because my thing is, I feel like a lot of people just always trying to find a negative in anything, but we don't never just take responsibility. It's like, what have you done? It's like you so quick because it comes back to what you say about how people hate on you. And it's so crazy hearing you talk about how even in the comedic world, it's just haters. Other comedians hating. And it's just in all aspects of life. But my thing is, I have to just come back to the table to say, like, you know what? what are you doing with your life to make it where you can have an opinion about anything for real? You're just a troll.
Not a goddamn.
But you did
You a
say
troll.
earlier that anybody can have an opinion, and
No,
anybody can give it.
Anybody can have an opinion. I agree with
So
that. But
don't you go
at some point in time,
marginalizing trolls.
wait a minute. My thing is this. I ain't saying that people can't have no opinions. Like, for example, you can have an opinion. I'm saying don't be a hater.
Don't
It's
be a
a
hater.
difference between having an opinion and being a hater. My issue with the haters is, what have you done?
Well, haters have their purpose in the world as well.
They're trolls. And my thing, what I want to say to you is that understand the difference between the people that have a true opinion and the ones that are being haters. And the haters, don't give them no fuel. You need them. Use them as your fuel.
but it's like I told my boy at Home Depot, man. You know, when niggas was hating on me with, you know, that's where we been. And he like, man, don't let the haters bother you. I said, okay. I said, do this hurt? And he was like, no. But if I do it 1,000 times, it's irritating.
Becomes a little annoying.
Like, damn, why are you here? Like, so when you
Stop
say
touching
opinion, like, is it anything you like?
But I would have to say that I would figure that you have a pretty thick skin, because at Home Depot, in the tool rental room, my nigga displayed for the world of Home Depot to see his full Super Steeler fandom in Brownstown. So the fact that my nigga is saying this is like, God damn it.
Right.
You get abused
Abuse.
right, left, backwards,
You a
and
Steelers
forwards
fan?
for being a Steelers fan around this motherfucker. I mean, he had Steelers pennants, bobbleheads.
Now, and then, now I tell you this, and this just, look. So I tell you this, which made me which made me stop loving comedy. What made me love the Steelers, nobody was rooting for.
When?
So I'm 44. How old are you?
37.
When I was a teenager, the Browns was dogs. They just could not beat
Denver.
Elway.
We can get past Denver.
Right?
Yeah.
Real talk. I did not know about, well, I'm talking about 8 years old, 9 years old. I didn't know about Cleveland Browns, Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah.
It was the Steelers and the Browns, and I'm like, damn, I want this team. I like the underdogs. I fuck with niggas that niggas don't fuck with. And when I started doing comedy, nobody was really doing comedy. Now everybody is. And
Yeah, I
it's
know, I
like,
feel you.
I got to put a fucking wig on and this and that. They dummied
be
it
a
down.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And it's like
everybody can be. It's now I feel what you're saying. Now it's like, before it was like a real grind to get onto that comedy world. Now it's like they opened it up for anyone
You're
to just
fucking
be a
wrong
goddamn
type of shit.
comedian.
That's because the wrong type of shit is being glorified nowadays.
No,
man.
it's just
And almost
social
like
media.
You got but
Right.
it's what's being glorified on social media. It's like you got to step outside your hookup and not be who you is in order to be successful. And it's a line that you got to draw.
I still love traditional stand-up fucking comedy. I love it.
Yeah.
I
Absolutely.
love it.
Yeah.
So,
it's just
I'm a diehard, man.
Now check this out. Real talk. This how Cleveland is, and this is how cities are. So you like, damn, you a Steeler fan, you know. So if for the Browns, oh nigga, you know, nigga with the hikes, nigga, you know what I'm saying? That you get more props when you play sports and you're from your city. Go down to the Improv. They got a lie and say they ain't from here. He went to Def Comedy Jam. He went to L.A. No, nigga, I'm from here. They can't.
And it's so crazy. Every time I go to the Improv, I'll be happy to see people that it is that like I remember I went and saw,
love
this
the
was back when I
openers.
worked at Verizon.
I said I love the openers.
When I used to work at Verizon, I went down to the Improv, saw a cat open up from Cleveland, was funny as shit. And then I looked up, he ended up coming into Verizon. He ain't remember me, of course, but I told him, I'm like, hey, man, you was dope. Man, he tell me about his next show. I went to support him because, man, I got to look at your talent. I don't care about where you from. But the fact that he was from Cleveland was dope to me. But why do you think that it is like that?
Because you're too close. My girl might like you. I'm telling you, it's like, whoa. That's like, so I went to Boulevard, I went to Caledonia, I went to Boulevard,
girl
I went to
might like you.
Monticello. I'm being honest with you. Boulevard, Monticello, hikes. So you got this one girl, man, Everybody been trying to get this girl. She ain't giving up. Here come a transfer nigga from Cali. Pretty hair, driving a Saab, can dunk. Your natural thing ain't like, what's up? Your natural thing is, who the fuck is you?
Oh, DJ quick looking nigga.
Motherfucker.
He said he driving a Saab and can dunk.
So it's like your
With pretty
natural
hair.
thing is a defense mode. It ain't welcoming. Now you wind up, damn, this nigga cool. He got the weed. He got nigga. But your natural thing is like this. So it's just sometimes it's like, whoa, you too close for me to. Just like I went to the barbershop with Uncle Freddie. When I did the video with Uncle Freddie went to the barbershop that weekend, the nigga see me, he like, oh, nigga, you dumb as hell, nigga, blah, blah, blah. It was a nigga sitting down. He like, yeah, my wife forwarded me that, man. My dude was like, that's him. He saw me and stopped laughing immediately because I was too close for him. People can't tell you they fuck with you. If you do good, they tell some. You do bad, they telling everybody.
Yeah, niggas don't want to be fans of niggas that they feel that's local, huh?
But you'll wear a LeBron jersey.
That's fucked up.
But I just can't tell you. I dig you, man. They call it jock riding. How's that jock riding, nigga? You just saying I fucked with you. They just can't.
That's I feel you. I feel you.
Now, to be honest with you, some people, he be like a bad bro.
Intimidated,
like, she got a big head.
Intimidated by your success.
No, they just like
Intimidated by the attention that he gets.
Yeah.
he garners a lot of fucking attention.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, attention is currency, man. So he could walk into a spot and not be the flashy nigga that with the jewelry or the fucking Patek watch on iced out. But he walks in with his
life,
he walks in with his views and his likes, and he carries that same level of like, oh shit, this nigga might be able.
Yeah. And
he might be able to get it.
I love it.
And you know what? I love it. You know what? Honestly, I know I'm humble. Sometimes you let your humbleness get in the way. But the reason why I'm humble, I'm 44. And I know that shit can be gone in seconds. If I don't harness with good people, good energy, that shit can be.
Man, listen.
My success is like a card house. You know the card.
Yeah.
Any wind. I don't have the stability as a R. Kelly. Not to say I'm an R. Kelly, and you still got fans there. Soon as some untrue shit don't happen. I told you that nigga he caught. Here come Facebook. Delete everything. That instant, and that's the shit that scared me. This shit is not permanent.
No.
That's why I need to take advantage of the door being open, but being such an introvert and being the way that I am, I hate to ask a nigga for anything.
That's how I am.
Because he gonna make you remember it.
Anything.
He gonna make you
I don't
remember
want
it.
nobody be able to hold no favors over my head and come back and like, remember when nigga went out? I don't like none of that shit, which is part of the reason why I'm doing all this shit by myself. You know what I'm saying? As far as behind the scenes shit, I don't like that either.
I hate it. It's almost
I don't like it.
like when niggas like, man, nigga, your big day coming, somebody gonna put you. It's really too late. I put myself on. I don't gotta have millions and all of this. Give me.
It's not
enough.
too late, D.
What?
It's not too late.
No, I'm saying I put myself on.
I know, but it still ain't too late for nothing.
I get that, but what I'm saying is that you got nigga, man, I discovered that nigga. No, you didn't, nigga. This ain't no overnight shit. You know how many tomatoes my grandmother threw on me? But I'm over it.
Niggas don't even use tomatoes no more.
Get your ass off that motherfucker. Get your ass. I said grandmother. No, but this shit that we've been doing, bro, this right here wasn't no overnight. You just didn't go to motherfucker to get these. People just see the after effect. They just see the glory. Niggas see the story. And that's what's wrong with these kids. If the shit don't happen overnight, they give up.
Instant gratification.
Now, just to use that little moment as a segue, you talk about some shit that don't happen overnight, or like shit that takes like it's steps, gradual steps that, or like subtle steps, or like it could be some severe shit that happens that really changes the like trajectory of somebody's fucking future. Mm-hmm. The Aaron Hernandez doc, did y'all see it? Mm-hmm. Now
I still got to check that out.
You got to check it out. Now I've seen several documentaries and movies about the Aaron Hernandez story. Very tragic story. I don't really take sides or say one story is worse than the other, because in the end, he lost his life. Odin was his name, Lloyd. He lost his life. So it's like we get 2 dead people, deceased people.
Right.
It's always, right. Everybody involved. I don't want to leave nobody out, right? When it comes to the doc that was on Netflix, you saw it. You still got to see it. Right. Anybody out there that has seen it, please join in this conversation, because the angle that they took, I feel like, was different than all the other stories that I've seen on Aaron Hernandez. Now, there's a few things I didn't like. I didn't like the gay shit that came out. It just kind of felt like a little Neverland-esque. Like, all
like
this
it was slander.
It's like all these accusations coming out after dude
Can't defend himself.
Yeah. And it was like, I did appreciate the fact that they said that they tried to bring that angle into the trial, but the judge was like, nah, we're not doing that. But now that everything's over, he's dead. Now, Aaron Hernandez was gay than the motherfucker. As if that's a problem. But they try to tie it into this psychological issue that he had, where he had to suppress this part of himself, which made him lash out. I don't put too much into that part as I do the CTE part that they talked about. I feel like that was the most interesting part, and they put that at the end. How you feel? How do you feel just about the part that they put the scientific aspect of it at the very end of the movie?
I think they should have put it at the end.
You do?
Because I don't think it played a fact of you killing 3 niggas.
Really?
No.
Oh, wow.
No. If that's the case, I mean, how many people in the league get hit in the head?
A lot.
Do they kill niggas?
I don't know.
I mean, you can't. That's like when nigga, I'm crazy, nigga.
I'm
a Gemini.
You don't know
nigga,
until you get caught.
Crazy.
You don't know until they get caught.
Man, I feel like a lot of the cats if you hood and that's how you get down, man, that's how you was gonna get down.
But he wasn't hood. And that's the part that I'm playing.
Oh, as far as Aaron Hernandez?
Right. Aaron Hernandez was not hood. He grew up in a good home. He had a crazy dad. He had 2 parents. He didn't get that way.
Well, I wasn't saying that he was hood. I'm just saying I was just addressing the question you asked about the cats in the league.
But it's like this whole CT angle is interesting to me because you can't diagnose it until the person is deceased.
Correct.
And because it's such a new phenomenon, and the people that have been diagnosed with CTE are in really bad mental conditions.
Horrible.
It's not too many people that have CTE that have passed on that you can look back on their life and be like, oh, he was fine. Most of the cases that they've discovered have been tragic.
Yeah, who was that? Junior Seau?
Right. Suicide.
Yeah.
Most of this shit is suicide because the part of that brain that it affects your logic and reasoning.
Yeah.
So if your ability to use your logic and reasoning is severely hampered and affected without your conscious knowing and control, I can see how that can be can play a factor. And honestly, I haven't spoken too much about, anything that went on with my parents. And I'm not going to really get into a whole lot of it now, but the shit that happened with my parents goes into this whole mental illness shit. Right. And you don't know what mental illness anyone has if they're not able to be diagnosed or just not diagnosed at all while they're living. Yeah. And you just don't really know how that plays into your conscious thinking.
Yeah. So when you said that, and as we was talking about this CTS, right? CTE.
Right.
I immediately, when we said, I was immediately thinking about your parents, thinking about your father.
Right.
And I just wanted to tell you, I remember when I was in Monticello or hikes, whatever, I see somebody doing push-ups. I'm looking at them like the strongest. That means nothing to me. What you triumph, what you get over, and what people deal with. And I never saw somebody as strong as you and your brother. I mean, you guys are amazing to me. Real talk.
No, I appreciate that.
Real talk. I know I should have been over here just because, even before that, but when you asked me this time, I said I'm there.
No, you was on it.
You know what I'm saying? I pray for you, brother. That's you like Lou Ferrigno to me. I swear to God, bro. I swear to God, man.
I fucks with Lou Ferrigno.
Yeah, I swear to God.
He was a good
You know what I'm
actor
saying?
too.
You know, so
Nah,
you got
for
my
real.
back, bro. I'm down the street.
Nah, for
Real
real.
talk.
But it's just like for me, what's therapeutic is actually speaking out loud about the shit because honestly, it's so much that we don't know about this whole mental illness shit because it's actually a new topic of conversation. No one can really speak to mental illness as if they're some sort of expert. It's too recent. It's not enough studies on mental illness. But now there are plenty of studies on the brain. But as far as mental illness goes, like on the lines of CT, it's very new. So hopefully we'll be able to get to some type of understanding where we can be like, all right, maybe medication isn't the best thing in most of these scenarios.
I 100% agree with that.
You know what I'm
because I
saying?
feel like the medication is just like it's just something to just be able to just continue to get the medical world paid. But like I look at mental illness the same way I look at a drug addiction. Like the first thing that has to happen is that is the understanding that it exists. And that's the problem. For years it was being swept up under the rug, especially in the black community. You know, you get told to go to counseling, you crazy. And, you know, we avoid, you know, things like mental illness or counseling and everything like that as if something is wrong with taking care of your mind.
Now, I don't want to cut your thought off, but when you say crazy, I say crazy a lot. And I don't want to speak for everyone, but I want to speak for those who use that term crazy when they're basically using it in place of a term that they can grasp to explain what they don't understand. Because it's basically what you use. I'd be like, man, that shit crazy in the motherfucker. It's basically because I don't understand what I just witnessed. I don't understand what I just heard. And I don't understand
You're talking about
you.
like some shit Shirley did this
Anything.
morning.
Be like, man, that shit was crazy as fuck. Or that nigga's crazy. Or if someone heard about what happened to my parents, would be like, damn, that nigga daddy crazy than a motherfucker. Or I would have said, damn, that's crazy. Like I said, it's just like, if you ask me now, I'm like, man, that shit was fucking nuts, nigga. It's crazy. Why? Because I don't understand it.
Yeah.
We use blanket terms that might be offensive to some others because we don't understand what's happening.
You just hit it right on the head with that because and I feel like that's the reason why people were perceived as crazy if they did have to go to counseling. I don't understand, but you don't understand because you obviously not going through it. So anything that is not familiar to you is going to be considered crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's deep.
It's real.
That's deep.
Facts.
That's deep.
That's facts.
Let's move on, because we was about to go into a whole fucking seminar on some old shit just now.
Hey, you wanted to have a serious moment on the JMatt show. We need to get back to the shit.
Did it? All right, now back to the shits. I saw. All right, you have to see this. I don't know if anybody's seen it. I don't know what your Netflix home screen looked like when the new shit come out.
This was the first movie that I seen in the past 10 years.
Are you? No, get the fuck.
10 years.
All right.
Oh, Netflix
we need to,
or in general?
We need to talk about
General.
this. Are you serious? Why and what did you think about Tyler Perry's Fall from Grace? Let's hear it.
I think it was amazing for him to put that together in 5 days. He put that together in
No, that's real.
5
That's
days.
real. That was in 5 days. I give you that one.
Are you freaking
Yeah.
kidding me?
So I'm gonna tell you something.
5 days.
He put that in 5 days. When people say everything you could take two things in concept. Like they say, okay, man, he relaxed and he got liquor. Then some people say that's a sin. So the thing people motivators will say everybody is given the same 24 hours, right? Physically, yeah, but reality, no. Oprah Winfrey's 24 hours is different than ours.
True.
You could take somebody that, say when I worked at Home Depot, say if I'm in a housing gang, I'm networking while getting paid on the clock. Once I'm off the clock, I'm good. I can go home, chill, energy. But if you're working at Lincoln Electric, away from your phone, everything, I just gained 8 hours from you. So Oprah's the 24 hours is there. They did this in his studio.
Right.
So that's the triumph with me. With my skits, it's not about doing the funny. It's about getting people.
So you appreciate more of what he was able to do with his studio and with his time.
No, I'm saying it's easy for him. When people see a skit that I did, the challenge was getting niggas together. This is not at Heights. We all get at 250 and shit to do. This nigga got child support court. This nigga's license fucked up. He's only available. So it's like, that's the challenge of getting people with the right chemistry.
Right.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Right.
And, so it's like, the thing is, for him to do this, now people don't know what she played on.
No, I don't. Who was she? The lead actress?
So my thing is, I can see faces and I can tell you exactly where I know you from. But I'm bad with names. Soon as I saw that, I said, I know exactly what she was. But she played on Heat of the Night. She was the little cop on Heat
yeah.
of the Night.
Okay.
As soon as you said, I'm like, yeah, you're right.
Like I saw the one girl, I saw her in Target with her dude, and I was like, Lynn Rock. She said, don't you?
Not Lynn Rocks.
I was like, I remember you, boy. I used to call you. No, but I could just take something like that. But I think the movie was excellent. I think the spin was good.
See, I gotta watch it.
I loved it.
I thought.
I absolutely loved it.
Go ahead. You seen it, Wayne. Give your
He's
thoughts.
like,
man.
what?
Give your thoughts.
Nah, listen.
He like, what?
First of all, let me just say this. He just said the spin was good. It was actually the okay. So prior to the spin, I was into the movie where the dude with the hot top fade messed me up or whatever because I felt like it was unnecessary. But it is what it is, man. We can go back to Diary of a Mad Black Woman or whatever and look at what was his name? What's his name? The light skinned dude, Shamar Moore. I mean, he had the braids. I mean, like it just be like
worst
it be so
glued on braids,
right, man.
Ever.
And that's the thing.
Right,
like it's like
Ever.
It's like dookie braids.
I feel like that should have been able to be critiqued. I mean, some stuff is just like so. I had a problem with the hair because it was like it wasn't necessary. But as far as the movie up into the spin, I was fine. Then the movie for me turned into like a cross between a Diary of a Mad Black Woman and
Get Out.
People Under the Stairs. It was like,
And Get Out.
like I'm like, what? And then
God, look at Sissy.
like what the
Lord
fuck,
have
man?
mercy. Is she homeless?
No,
You gotta
this is
see
where this is the spin.
It's the spin.
This is the spin. But then check this out, man. And I'm sorry for anybody that's watching.
movie.
For anybody that's watching or listening that has not seen the movie, you can't just say, "Hey, I'm getting ready to give Claire Huxtable, Felicia Rashad, a fight scene."
It wasn't no fight.
Man, there was a
scene.
fight scene, man.
He act like it's damn Apollo and motherfucking
man,
Drake.
listen, man.
It wasn't no fight
The reason why I
scene.
say it was a fight
Was it
scene.
choreographed?
Listen, the reason why I say it was a fight scene is because this tussle lasted way longer than it should have. Where I'm just
it
like,
didn't.
I looked up, I'm like,
Did it last longer than the McGregor
man,
fight?
it lasted, man. Yeah, it did.
No, that
yeah, it
tussle
did.
was about like
Man, this tussle was way longer than it should
10
have been.
seconds.
For a police,
That was the McGregor fight. I
wait a
think.
minute, for a police officer fighting Felicia Rashad, and she's old in the movie. Man, come on, I'm like in this.
He
Like, why
did
is this not over with yet?
It was going back and forth.
Man, like, she
wasn't.
she tussled with him, man. Man, she gave him a whole first round, man.
She gave him a run for his money.
I'm looking like she gonna win this. Like,
You start taking bets and shit. The over-under was on
I'm like, wait a
Felicia.
minute. I'm like, oh my God. If
I
y'all-
didn't see that.
Like, get this over. It's
I
about
didn't.
to happen. It's about to happen. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
it
time
sure
it.
is.
I'm gonna
It's
time
coming
it
up.
when it starts. Man, I don't know, man. That fight lasted too much long. And then, I don't know, it just hit a point. And then, come on, we saw a dude get blasted with the baseball bat several times. Man, like, come on. And then you show up with an ace band. An ace band is wrapped around your dome. Like, you good? Like, man, come on, man. Like, you supposed to be and I see you somewhere, or at the least, like that just kind of threw me off. Because for me, it kind of went from what I felt like was a very, very serious movie with some good messages in it, and I feel like it turned to almost like a horror movie where it was just like, okay, this is the way that this gonna end off after all of that. Like that just threw me off. The spin, I don't felt like necessarily matched the way the rest of the movie was going. It was just like it went it was a plot twist that it's always good to have a plot twist that you don't expect, but a plot twist that does not match is what kind of threw me off.
Yeah.
That's why. And think about this. You ever see that one Halloween that Busta Rhymes was in? Now, I actually didn't think that movie was bad. But at the end, all of a sudden, Busta Rhymes get tough. Decide he's getting ready to have a kung fu moment with Michael Myers. Messed the whole movie up for me.
Yeah, I remember
the
that.
whole movie, where it was just like, all I could think about was Busta Rhymes in that movie, and I couldn't remember nothing else.
So you
about
the
movie
nigga
at
like
that point.
Pootie Tang.
I did like Pootie Tang.
Can
That
I
was
buy
the
you a fifth
worst
sandwich?
movie.
No, that's Ladies Man.
That was Ladies
That's my
Man,
movie
yeah.
right there too.
Pootie Tang was worse than Ladies Man.
But you know what? I've had those moments like that where it's like, but the whole movie was like just funny, stupid to me.
Well, I'll give y'all something good because I wanted to ask y'all if you guys have seen on Netflix Don't Fuck with Cats. Did y'all see
I heard about it. I haven't seen it.
If you haven't seen it, I won't say shit because it ain't gonna do justice. Watch Don't Fuck with Cats. You will not
I've been
be
hearing a lot of people
disappointed.
talk about this. It ain't. Is it
I heard about it
cats?
too. I'm not gonna say shit. Watch it.
Damn, I
like
feel
I
like
say, this
adding
was
no
the
more
first
shit to
movie
This
that
ain't-
I.
Like this, he just handcuffed the nigga. Got a call, let the nigga handcuffed,
Yeah.
and he just standing there like.
Can't nobody else see this, Wayne.
I'm talking to you.
I know, but don't nobody else know what you're talking about.
Man, listen, the people that have seen the movie know what I'm talking about. And
But-
the people that ain't seen the movie, they'll see it when they see it.
Don't fuck with cats. That's my recommendation to y'all two here and everybody listening, everybody watching. Go watch Don't Fuck with Cats. You will not be
I'm
disappointed.
gonna watch it, but in the meantime, when
promise
this
you.
moment come up, I'm getting ready to time this.
Time
fight.
it. You gonna time it?
All right.
Yeah.
I want to get to Beyonce because Beyonce is someone who usually can't do no wrong. I heard that she's going to be performing at the Super Bowl as a special guest with Shakira and J-Lo. They got to remember Shakira and Beyonce did that song. They had
Yeah,
that
they
sexy
did.
video. I would like to see that live. Beyonce has gotten to a little bit of hot water, if you will. You know, she recently came out with a clothing line partner with Adidas. I think it's called Ivy Park, I do believe, or Park Ivy, one of those. But I seen few women that I follow on Instagram was taking like real live photo shoots in their new Ivy Park gear. Lala was one of them. I love Lala. On side note on Lala, whoever did Lala's surgery did an excellent job, and more people need to go see Lala's surgeon and doctor.
Of what?
Her ass and titties, man. Like
You like fake asses?
her results are amazing. Is all I'm saying. Lala's results are amazing. But anyway, I seen her. She was the first person
You
I
ever
seen.
seen a fake ass?
No.
It's like a one of those stress balls. It's not good. It's like a fucking sand. Like, am I squeezing the ass or am I an Al 8 at Home Depot getting the fucking
Well, it's
sand
different
bag?
types of stress. Well, it's different types of stress balls.
Look,
I've never
I had-
touched a fake ass before, so
and you should. And
Stripper, yeah.
I ain't never even touched a stripper's fake ass.
Get out of here. He loves his
I
wife.
have not.
Because he loves his wife.
it's bad. I don't like. Just be you. You feel me?
I've definitely felt a fake ass on a stripper. And I will tell you, some of them are jiggly, squishy. Some of them are squishy.
I never had that.
Some of them are squishy, but that's the thing. Like some of them, like if you just with a chick who likes to work out and do squats a lot, her ass gonna be firm.
True, but I'm not a firm ass dude.
So you like
Like a soft ass.
You like the ones that got waves to them when they on their back. I love the wavy effect when they be on their stomach. It's the best.
Now, sometimes you can have too much, and that's flab. I like
What's
that
too much?
because it's just not. It's not. It's just. It's doing this.
Well, I like to put my wife on her stomach and then
Okay.
Wait a minute.
I like to like
No.
I just grab her by the waist and then I
Bruh.
just do a little forward movement, and I time how long the wiggle lasts.
You time it?
Yeah, it's a couple seconds.
You know what I'm about to time? This fight scene.
Man, what was that?
right
No.
now?
Yeah, watch this.
No. All right.
Here we go. Get the
Oh
struggle
God.
on.
All right. So
And,
someone.
and for the audience,
So yeah, please
time.
narrate. No, please narrate.
Yeah,
Someone narrate.
There we go. Let's go right now. So she smacked him with the frying pan. He turned around. He ain't feel it. Now they getting it in. Hold on.
God, he did.
Here we go.
He shoved her.
Hold on. Look, she done smacked him with some
Oh,
groceries.
no, and he's-
She's still look. She's still struggling with it. Look,
You're right.
Look at this.
I didn't know that this was that long.
It's still going.
I didn't know that.
Hold on. Now he finally
narrate.
got her twisted up. Then wait a minute. Hold on. Watch this.
No.
Okay,
you have
so
to
let me stop.
narrate.
Okay, so
All right.
now
He
he's
has
handcuffed.
he has the handcuffs on her. She's
got the
leaning over the
handcuffs on
kitchen
her.
table.
So then watch what he do.
You have to
He said,
narrate.
stay there. He said, stay there. He got her own, and he left. And that's it. He left after he went to a fight with her, handcuffed her, and said, stay right there, and then left her there.
So basically, what Wayne is doing is rebutting Mr. DHAWK's assertion that this is a fantastic and great movie. That's basically.
And this
what he's
is where
doing.
it turns into
Oh, and
people
now
under the
we in the
stairs.
dungeon with a bunch of old, elderly, menopause having women chained up in the basement with the lawyer. God
They
damn it.
scammed him.
All right.
They did scam him. They did scam him. But it was just like, y'all just held on to them
I don't
in
think
the
I'm going to be
basement.
watching this movie. I don't think I'm going to be watching this. But back to Beyonce. How the fuck did we get to this? I was talking about Beyonce.
Because they was at the
Yeah,
fight
the moment
scene.
came.
All right, man. So Beyonce dropped her clothing line, and apparently she's getting smoke from the BBWs out there because they didn't see none of their sizes on the clothing size chart.
That's heavy.
Literally. Right. So Beyonce got some
Is it
smoke.
facts or fat?
The BBWs of the Beehive is buzzing out here, and they want their clothes and they size. Now, what do y'all think? Like, I don't like honestly. I'm curious to what y'all think about this because you would think that Beyonce is like kind of in touch. Do you are y'all throwing her some slack on this because it costs a lot more to make extra large?
Because she
size
did not
20s?
think that far. The shit that she got to deal with on a daily, it's always going to be something, brother. Then it's gonna be the gay community that say you didn't make these in our color, and then it's
But
just
they got all the colors though.
It's just a fact.
Man,
just
and
let
what
it
it come
be.
down to for me is you can't please everybody.
Thank
Beyonce,
you,
and Beyonce should
Jesus.
not even attempt
Attempted.
to even.
So
like,
y'all
I
are
wouldn't even
siding with Beyonce
Yes.
and not making
I'm
any
I'm
sizes
not siding with
available for
Beyonce.
the
I'm not
BBWs
siding
and
with
her
Beyonce.
friend Lizzo.
I'm not siding with Beyonce.
Lizzo can't get no
I'm
clothes.
siding
I don't-
with business,
Right.
and she made a business decision
Not
and it
to
is
make
what it
no
is.
BBWs, no
It
clothes.
is what it is. Everything ain't for everybody. Everybody can't go.
And
There
it's
you
for
have
what?
it, big girls.
And it's Adidas, right?
Yeah, which
Maybe-
makes all the sizes.
Maybe she didn't want to say Adidas. Maybe she just wanted to say Adidas.
She wanted the stripes to be thinner.
She didn't want to. She didn't want highway stripes, huh? She wanted the race stripes. Ain't that a bitch?
You can, like he said, man, you're not gonna please her. You damn if you do. You damn if you don't.
Then they'd be like, "Why you ain't come out with a kid line?" I mean, it just,
You
like
have a point
it's
there.
gonna always be something, man. Like
You have a point there.
she did what she wanted to do.
You know, that's like when Kia first came out. Why you just got a compact car? What about the big girl? Because it's a compact fucking car.
But you got a lot of people that also don't understand business. When those executives are in those offices and they're making those decisions, there's so many different statistics that they're bringing to the table. And how they know that they ain't sit up there and Adidas ain't look at everything and said, hey, we don't have a lot of, over time, we have not had a lot of big girls that have worn Adidas athletic gear. So therefore, we don't feel like that this is a target demographic for you. And they probably came with the numbers and said that like, hey, this would be a waste. We would take a loss. They're not looking at things like that. You're looking at them few BBWs that sit up there having an attitude, but y'all probably the only BBWs that would buy it, and then they done
going
lost
in,
money
Wayne.
on a whole nother level.
I hope they get on your. I hope they get in your comments.
Think about business for a minute, man. Stay in your lane. That's how I feel.
and then you know what? The person that probably raised that gripe It's not even fat.
Or better yet,
Right.
wasn't even gonna buy it.
Wasn't even gonna buy it.
Wasn't even gonna buy it. Just starting some
Wasn't even
shit
gonna
trolling.
So
I would have to
two
agree with that.
So I did this. Y'all remember the old Caribbean flavor? Remember the Caribbean?
I do.
So I'm there, man, and I used to do the joke that I used to get my first chuckle from, like professional, was fat jokes, right? And they was tasteful. I wasn't cussing, and they said they didn't want me back.
Tasteful fat jokes.
Yeah, it wasn't bitch. It was just, fat jokes like pick me up. My God would not put anything on me that I cannot bear. So all of that. So they didn't want me back because a fat girl is laughing. If you fat and comfortable, it's not my
A skinny girl that got a fat friend.
and it was
that she only hang with to make herself look better.
Yep.
Fat auntie.
And it was a skinny. And then the first time I ever got a true laugh, this was after the B-side. I did a gay joke. And guess who was laughing?
The gay dude.
The gay guy. I guarantee you somebody's skinny. Like you said, that ain't even gonna buy it.
Think about last
Probably
week's
right.
show. Think about last week's show when me and B Hill got into it about the shirt.
The Noop. I thought you was a captain.
when we had to talk off camera, ultimately he said he wouldn't wear the shirt. But you stirred up all this controversy for something that you wouldn't even do anyway, and you got people in real life that'll do that. You know what I'm saying? Like that'll just sit up there and go stir up a bunch of bullshit for something that they ain't even
in
interested
B
in
Hill's
anyway.
defense, he was just playing devil's advocate.
I saw the past.
Exactly, and you got a lot of people
I
doing
thought you
that.
was a captain. I said this nigga.
But wait a minute, hold on. But notice what I said. I kept on saying Greek life. Like we was just talking about the Kappa shirt was just the one that was being worn, but it was just about the overall understanding of the Greek life in general.
It's the same thing. Real talk. If you got a nigga Tyrone and Lester got two little microphones, right? And they take your JMatt show thing poster and put it on there, you will have a shit fit. Cause it ain't theirs, it's yours. You know what I'm saying? The shit that you
But
have.
they can do it. Legally they can do it.
Do what?
They can take your sign and put it out. They can do what they want to do.
That sign?
They could take a picture
They can
and
take-
make
Oh,
the
yeah.
image.
I don't give a fuck. I drew that myself.
Yeah, but I'm saying
But
it. But
you
if they
stick-
said
you-
there
you
came
would.
out and
You-
said,
you
I'm about to
could.
do the, I'm about to take his same setup and I'm gonna do the JMatt show.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, you would.
Shit,
Yeah.
I would.
It's a lot of basements out here where you could put couches in them motherfuckers and
No, I said that sign.
that sign.
And they gonna call it. They gonna say we the JMatt show. I'm Justin Matthews.
and then underneath the comments, they be like, man, that's
do that.
original.
look what you just said. You can't do that. Why not?
Because my shit's trademarked.
So it's theirs.
Who?
The Kappas.
Kappas.
Okay, well, sue them, motherfuckers.
The point is, you just said they can't do that. You would have a problem with it. That's all I'm saying.
No, it would, but it would be just. I mean, it would just be a legal issue.
Real talk. If that nigga was to go into a spot, like say B-Dubs or whatever, and them niggas drinking, that nigga would have get murdered.
Who?
Bootsy.
See, that's the
Little
part
boy.
that they don't understand.
That nigga would get murdered. Hey, if a nigga do, I mean, one time.
They just looking at niggas for
What?
twirling canes, and they just think that it's all sweet.
Boosie
All
is
right.
okay. I'm not about to get into another debate about Kappas versus Boosie. Boosie a real nigga.
You think ain't no real nigga Kappas?
I
You
don't
think
give a-
Boosie the last?
I don't
real
know
nigga?
too many felon Kappas.
I know a nigga.
God
nigga.
damn.
I know a bunch
Hey.
of fellas that suckers. So just because Boosie and Kappa don't mean he can't get beat up.
We're talking about Boosie.
I went
But
to
you think so? Boosie can beat everybody up?
I didn't say that.
I went to Cincinnati.
I know a felon Kappa.
But listen, all right, let me tell you like this.
I know a felon Kappa. I know a couple
I
of them.
fuck with real street niggas, okay? And real street niggas get respect when they, wherever the fuck they at, they get respect. So what I'm saying is, people know who Boosie is. Now, if you fuck around and don't know who Boosie is, you decide to put hands and feet on Boosie, so be it. You're putting your life in danger now.
Jay-Z couldn't
That's
do
all
it.
I'm saying.
Jay-Z wouldn't do it.
Right, he wouldn't do it.
Right.
You know why?
Like Jay-Z,
because
why
he
would-
has the respect to not do it. Ain't about him being worried about somebody
Why are
doing
we
something
revisiting
to him.
this
Hey, you
old
right, you
conversation?
right. We ain't got
I
to.
saw nigga. I was in Cincinnati, nigga, and I saw a nigga wasn't a motherfucking cute nigga. They fucked the nigga. I said, nigga, wait, he had a stroke. This nigga, I was like, nigga, goddamn, nigga,
He had a stroke.
Nigga had a stroke. Nigga, don't fuck him up. He ain't a kill. No, but it's just
He tried to defend him with the stroke.
it was disrespectful. And I don't know if he knew it was disrespectful.
That's the whole
he,
point.
But here's
But
the
how
crazy
can
part
you
about
not
it.
know?
Like he talking about the who gonna put something like respecting Boosie's street shit, but notice Boosie was the one that came and apologized. It wasn't the Kappas that apologized to him. He had a whole bunch of people that was coming at him foul about it. He realized what he did. He apologized. Boosie didn't want that smoke because there's a whole lot more goddamn Kappas than it is Boosie and his niggas. Trust me.
I don't give two fucks.
I don't
Moving
either.
on.
I don't either. Is it me? But do Bootsy just look like a fiend? Like
He looked bad. He be having that white accumulation and shit in the
like
corner of his mouth.
And guess what?
You
That
be one
nigga,
looking nigga like, man, wipe your mouth, man.
That shit right there.
and that nigga
Yeah.
probably got the most baddest bitches you ever seen.
got
in
money.
your life. Got money.
Oh, so talk about money and niggas who looking bad. You mentioned Delonte West. Now that's a tragic story. I feel bad. I feel really bad because I seen the
Bipolar.
video.
And we were talking about
We was
mental
talking
health.
about mental health. We was talking about all this stuff. And I seen the video footage from the Breakfast Club with Delonte West sitting on the curb. And god damn, if this nigga didn't look like your everyday average coke
Fake.
head you see on the block. You know what I'm saying? Talking about nigga, what's that nigga? You get
I got a relative look just like how that nigga look right now. And I'm like,
that shit was bad.
sheesh.
So it turns out he was getting his motherfucking head beat in because he was running down the street acting crazy and approached somebody in the wrong way or assaulted somebody.
I didn't see the video.
High. And the nigga
Yeah, I was
just
about to say
put
that's a combination of mental
hands
health
and feet on Delonte
and
West.
drugs.
Beat the brakes off his ass. Mm-hmm. And the police came, arrested Delonte because, you know, he was the one who started the altercation. And he was just, man, he looked
got a couple of
homeless.
people-
He looked homeless, man.
Yeah, they got a couple people that made some commitments to trying to help him out. I think they said Dez
LeBron.
Bryant, LeBron. You know,
That's shocking that LeBron.
that's very, very shocking. You know, because like I'm a conspiracist sometimes. It's a part of me that almost feel like LeBron is responsible for why he's the way he is or whatever, man. Like you can't go banging nobody like LeBron's mom and think you're gonna get away with it or whatever, man. I totally think LeBron might have, but that's my speculation. Don't nobody take that and run with it. That's just me talking, man, or whatever, man. I'm just talking shit. But man, yeah, Delonte in a bad place.
You know what? Fuck that shit. Y'all bring this fucking fraternity shit back up. I seen a meme.
It's an old conversation, Jay.
No, this is a new one. I seen a meme on Martin Luther King Day, and this is old one too, but it just made me think. It had the assassination of Martin Luther King on the balcony, and it had every member's fraternal organization listed
AKA.
above their head.
Kappa.
Not AKA. That's
Excuse me.
women's.
Alpha.
I thought that was super interesting. And very
Who was the Q? I know Jesse
I
Jackson.
think it was Jesse Jackson.
No, Jesse Jackson, Kappa.
No, he not. He a Q.
Really?
The Kappa was the light skin. Well, was he light
Jesse
skin?
a Q?
I think he a Q. Because Martin is the alpha. They was all different. They were not none of them were in the same fraternity. That's what I thought was interesting. They were all represented.
Jesse Jackson's a Kappa.
No, he's not. I don't think so.
Jesse Jackson a Kappa.
Okay. But I just thought that was interesting.
Jesse Jackson, the Q.
Yeah, I knew it. He was a Q. Yeah.
Now Martin.
He's an alpha.
Now one time I thought he was because they do this, but he was digging in his nose. It was a picture that they had, and he was like this. But anyway,
He's stupid.
he said I had a booger,
And it
wasn't a
was
dream.
green.
Did he say it was green?
I didn't know he was a Q.
Yeah. So I just thought that was interesting that you had a bunch of freaking fraternal, not brothers, but different fraternal guys. I don't even know what to call them.
Yeah.
But I thought that was just a little interesting that you had
Fraternity members?
fraternity members.
I tell you this: if you go while we're in the fraternity thing, if you listen to Steve Harvey's, which is a Q, he has a thing. He said he was homeless for 3 years in his car. But where are your brothers?
That's a good question.
You know what I mean? I got a buddy that's going through something. He a comedian. He a noob. And he like, man, you know this. I'm like, where's your damn
Cedric the Entertainer or Noob?
Yeah. Damn when all the twirling and all of the stepping is over, what I joined this for brotherhood.
But y'all gotta also understand this too, man. Like any organization, you got people that still do join for the wrong reasons, and you got people that do it for the right reasons. And you can't just like think about it like this: when you go into church, you expect the pastor to be a certain way, you expect the deacon and the whole, all the leaders to be something other than human. Like for example, with you're a comedian. You gotta come to the barbecue. Bring Uncle Freddie.
I don't think you should put that on people that go to church. They don't expect them to be.
Whoa, hold on. Watch where I'm going with this. Mm-hmm. What I'm trying to say is that at the end of the day, these are still people, and you can't take a title and put it on that person and automatically expect them to be somebody different than who they actually are. You're a comedian, but that don't mean that you're not still a person on the outside. You got deacons and leaders in the church. Yeah, you're supposed to carry yourself a certain type of way, but that don't mean that you're not still of the flesh. The same way that you got people that join the Masons, no different, a cap or a fraternity or something like that. They are still people. Just because they was able to get through the process to get the title does not mean that they're not who they are at the end of the day. And I think that that's where we make our mistakes because of the image that we were supposed to portray due to the title that we carry.
But it's still brotherhood.
I agree with that.
If I'm a brother, then I shouldn't just like you was talking about the church. You can't blame the church, or was that you?
No.
So
I didn't say you can't blame the church.
So look, somebody said don't. You said it's the people.
Yeah, you said you said people go to church and look at the preacher that they like he more than human.
Yeah, I'm saying people look at them
but
or whatever.
You said you can't hold the church accountable. It's the people. And I was going to do a rebuttal because if you go to a school and you said these kids can't pass the proficiency, right? Then you would say it's the teacher's fault, right?
Well, my comment. Let me fix my comment. Not fix my comment, but let me explain my comment. When I said that it's not the church that's failed us, I said it's we as people that's failed us.
Right.
I'm talking. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that the church hasn't, but I'm saying that people have to still take their responsibility outside of what the church is doing. You're leaning on a church, but what are you doing for yourself outside of church? That's what I'm more saying.
Right.
Yeah.
So when I always say about the church, so if you take, like I say, at the school, they passed it, they failed the proficiency. The teachers didn't teach them. Then you go to a daycare. Once you take the stars away, you look at the staff. If you got crackheads and killers and all of this, and you got every single corner, it's a church and it's a church and it's a church, then who failed? Because let's have church on the streets. Not damn these four walls. Or let's just have half. Let's have prayer service and let's go out here and save some people. Because ain't no way that the word church is that big. And it's a family right around the corner that's homeless. It's like it shouldn't be that many hurting people with this many different churches, and it shouldn't be this many religions. If it's one God, he going in a different.
I know.
That's another conversation.
Yeah, no,
right
I feel him because I speak that language.
Yeah, it's like don't tell me how church was. Show me.
Well, okay, so when it comes to me saying, now, and don't get me wrong, I'm not necessarily agreeing with what you're saying about the word. I'm not going to identify any church. But what I will say is that it kind of connects with what I was saying about at the end of the day, there's still a person behind those titles.
Absolutely.
So my thing is, why are you relying on man instead of I feel like that you got to take some responsibility for yourself at some point. Like you're going to say another man has failed you. Like when you talk about Steve Harvey went and got on his grind and did what he had to do. He might not have been nobody in that world. Did you call your
I think that what Delonte is saying is that there's no one man that's failing. It's the brotherhood that's failing. If I join this organization for the brotherhood, then the brotherhood is failing me. If I'm
we
homeless.
don't know that situation of who helped him, who attempted to, or who he might have not reached out to. We don't know.
But we just looking at it on the surface. We don't know no details and nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So here's the difference. 3 years of being in my car versus I put that on the queue. I'm just saying,
You got
I don't
some
know.
prideful dudes out
It's
here.
totally different from the dude,
That's
the
true.
Facebook killer. You can't put that on the queues because like you don't know how many people tried to reach out to him. But I'm saying 3 years. And you're right, maybe it was his pride. Maybe nobody knew. But I'm just saying, I know people in the fraternity be like, they said, I love my brothers, but if I have to do it again, I would. Same with me with comedy. I would never do this again.
Mm-hmm.
I
wouldn't get married again.
Let me ask you a question real quick. All right. Well, you know what? I ain't even gonna ask the question. I'm gonna speak for myself. All right. I'm not a part of any organizations or anything like that, but I do understand. Like I said, I understand the Greek life. But does that mean that if even a family member just can't know anybody just come living up in my crib because you homeless?
Mm-hmm.
And we talking about family right here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, you can't come disturb. I got a woman, I got kids up in my house or whatever. Some things just can't happen. You can't help everybody.
Mm-hmm.
You know, at least not the way that a lot of people may want to be helped.
Sure.
You
Sure.
know, so we can't, you know, we're on the outside kind of looking into that, and I can understand how that looks like, man. So you a part of the, you know, this organization. Nobody helped you, but we don't know what he did to try to get that help.
Totally.
And also we don't know how many people probably might have helped him. And we got to also look at, like, everybody that's a part of the organization ain't going to help you, but that don't mean that there's not tons that will.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't, and as far as, and I'm not ragging on the fraternity. I'm not about to pay you to whip my ass. I'm just not. Like, I always been satisfied with me. Like I'm always been me by me. I get that, the whole thing, but to pay you to whip my ass.
You know, the hazing is done. That part of it is illegal right now. You know, they don't do that.
It's always been illegal.
Wink, wink. They don't do that no more.
Right. It's just I don't need to be accepted like that. I don't.
It hasn't always been legal.
But you do realize you don't have to
do what?
be a part. You don't have to go through that process to be a part of the organization.
You could just take the test and pay, and then you are considered less than the motherfuckers who went through the hazing. See, let's get real to this
Hey,
shit.
but at the end of the day, it's a choice. It's a choice.
With the
it's
shit.
it's a choice based off of what your reason was for signing up for any organization.
Let's be real with the shits. As we talk about how black people treat each other, this is some shit. I know for a fact if you pay money to enter into an organization, you're not treated with the same respect as people who went through the fucking shit to
Right.
Come on, man. It's not the same.
But my thing is, how do that prove my loyalty?
It doesn't.
By doing stupid shit.
It
You
doesn't.
ain't real because you ain't get your ass kicked, or you
It
ain't
doesn't.
real because you didn't get your hair cut for, and you couldn't brush your teeth. That's not.
It doesn't. Now here's what I kind of land on this thing. When it comes to the fraternities and reasons why people join, when you talked about church and reasons why people join or reasons why people stay involved in religions, I was having this conversation literally with myself earlier today. And I was like, man, it all comes down to belief. And I said before, there's nothing more powerful than to change mind. I think I might have heard that from T.D. Jakes. I don't want to credit him, but that's where I heard it from.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what you believe is, in fact, what is real to you.
Mm-hmm.
I will never argue
that's
with
deep.
anyone who tells me what they believe in and they hold that near, dear, true to their heart.
I feel like
If you put your faith in what you believe in, then that means what you believe in is real to you. I will never argue with someone who says, I believe in this. If you tell me you joined a fraternity because I believe this, and that, I'm not arguing with that. If you tell me I joined this religion because I believe this, and that, I'm not arguing with that.
Yeah. And then a lot of time with fraternities and things, but it's passed down. It's in generation.
Just like religion. My religion was passed down to me. Mm-hmm. But I decided at a certain point, I'm going to look into what I was inherited and decide if this is going to be who I am. Just like the reason why I pledged Kappa was because my brother pledged Kappa. I fucks with my brother. He showed me introduced me to some Kappas. They was cool. HBCU, history, all this shit. I'm like, I'm fucking with that. This my big bro. I respect what my big bro is doing. just the same way with your religion that's passed down from people you respect. If it's good enough for grandma, it's good enough for me. Give me that old time religion, what they say.
Yeah. Your big brother, you talk about
Reg.
okay, but you got another brother.
Yeah, he's younger though.
Yeah. That video that y'all did, I said this is some aggressive dapping that y'all did. Like y'all just had like I was sore. Like, okay. Like I hear echoes of chest and back.
It was some gorilla daps.
Yeah. It was like some shit like
That wasn't no Kappa
gorilla
shit though.
daps
They not
going on.
Kappas.
no, but no, it was love. It was
Okay,
this,
yeah.
it was straight love. But it was some like I said, damn, did this nigga go to Chillicothe that they ain't seen this nigga in a while? They was like, nigga, that's love. I said, I want to be like that family.
Yeah,
They love each other.
but we ain't no members in nothing, right? But we have very strong beliefs. What you believe is real. So what I'm saying is my views on fraternities are completely different than those who believe in whatever reason it is that they feel like they need to join that goddamn fraternity.
You know, Reg, your brother told me at the garage shop, it was my dude. My cat was like, man, you got to do this and you got to do that. Reggie said, fuck them. Nigga, do you?
Mm-hmm.
And he always been like that.
Yeah.
It wasn't no disrespectful to them. He was talking to me.
Right.
Yeah.
And he always been that.
I mean, it go back to what you said earlier when you was talking about the energy that it is that you put out. You know, and it goes back to what you're saying about the beliefs. I honestly believe that what you believe in is how your life is going to be determined.
Absolutely.
You know, the energy that you put out here, I feel like it's the energy that you're going to receive. It doesn't necessarily mean that life's not going to happen. It's really just about how you deal with life when it happens.
Period.
That's inevitable.
Period.
You know, so you can believe what you want to believe, but yes, it's definitely like just no different than people that believe in black magic and the voodoo curses and stuff like that. The reason why that stuff be happening to them is because that's what they really believe in.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, to them mentally, this shit is happening to me.
Yeah.
People that are very religious. Every single time that something happened, you found the first parking spot in the parking lot at the mall or whatever. Look at God. Like, man, like, all right. If that's what you,
Jesus
if
answers
that's what you
parking
believe,
prayers, if that's what you believe.
yeah.
If Jesus needs to help you swallow a pill because you just got a phobia for swallowing pills, then that's what Jesus is doing today. If you believe that. It is whatever you believe is what you believe. Like I said, I will never argue with anyone who believes in something that is making them into a good person. If you out here doing good deeds and you being a good productive member of society, I'm not about to fault. If you credit that to what you believe in or what you joined, more power to you.
Yeah.
I ain't finna fault nobody doing good.
I
out
can
here.
validate that. You ever have somebody paint a ugly picture on somebody that you don't even know yet? And when you finally meet that person, no matter what they say, you already believe that they ain't shit and you don't even know this person.
Man, I had somebody a couple years ago pull me aside at a gathering, a family gathering. It was like, you Wayne? I'm like, yeah. And, you know, they like the same Wayne that, you know, such and such and so-and-so, you know, they had to connect me to, you know, how they found out who I was. And I said, yeah, that's me. They like, I never would have thought that this is who I was told that you were. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, you know, like, yeah, this is me. Because you got some people that'll be on some scumbag type stuff and talk crazy about you behind your back, and then somebody actually meet you and see that you're nothing like what somebody portrays you to be. And then it had this lady looking at the people in the room that it spoke foul about me funny, like, because she knew them.
Yeah.
So now she sees me and she looking like, yeah, okay. I appreciate moments like that.
Crazy, man. It's crazy. I had this girl, she didn't know me. This was the old, Millionaire's not even open anymore. It's a strip club on Clark. And me and this one particular girl, we never talked. Like it was just like, give me my drink and that's it. You know, I think you're horrible. You think I'm horrible. Period. So came in there like this, like the temp. She like, you the guy that do the. And the bartender was like, the bouncer was like, yeah. She was like, hey, we're gonna continue to not talk. Just because of my status or whatever. So then there was this other girl. She was like, I ain't like you at first, but you cool now. you still should like me because I did not change.
It's been 5 seconds, bitch.
I did not change at all. No, this was another. Your projection of me, and you made a judgment on something that you didn't even know me. My thing is, if you think I'm an asshole, then you still think because I didn't change at all. Because now you know my little position. Now you, and it shouldn't have to be that. Respect the motherfucker for who he is, period. Whether if he work at motherfucker Revco, a Zares,
You
a
keep
fucking
saying Revco all the
Revco.
time.
I'm going
Goddamn,
back.
That's your favorite shit.
Yeah, Higby.
Shit, I'm going.
He said Higbee's.
Right. It's just you shouldn't. How people don't be nice to a nigga because they're a human being.
Hey, my thing is, I don't care if you don't like me. Just don't like who I really am. If you have gotten to know who I really am and you don't like me, cool.
Exactly.
But if you got an issue with me because of what somebody else said and you don't know me, guess what? I don't like you now.
Most of the people who've ever had a problem with me didn't like me because of some third party factor,
Period.
some
Period.
outlier shit.
Like at the Home Depot, and just be like, damn, how did this girl just call me 10 fucking times Monday through Thursday and just stop calling? Cause a nigga hated on you. Everything you told her you wasn't, he said you is.
Just like that. No
She
ass.
ain't no way she about to just stop calling. Ain't no way that I'm gonna tell my man that I'm gonna be here and just not here. Something happened.
He gave you the no acetol disease.
Listen, man, you got people that want to bring. You got some people, even no matter how much growth you've achieved, that still want to identify you as the person you was 10, 15 years ago. It's like,
Or never was.
and my
Like we
thing
said.
is, I get it, because that's who you still is, the person that you were 10, 15 years ago. So, because, see, you ain't seen me in a while. And the reason why you ain't seen me in a while is because you're still 10, 15 years ago for me.
Right. I've been over here moving
I'm
and
in
shaking,
another
bitch.
place in life. You can't even get here.
Catch up.
So that's
bitch.
why when you see me, you still trying to identify. Man, I'm in
2020,
Wingstop
bitch.
one day. I've run into somebody I ain't seen literally since 5th grade. I'm talking to the dude. Then I hear somebody in the background. I know that ain't who I think it is. Somebody I ain't seen in about 10 years or so.
That was a reunion.
Let me tell you a funny story about this dude. I said, whoa, you tripping. He want to go into some of my old hothead moments where
Right.
my man, what we doing this for?
Right.
Like, matter of fact, man, my man, you don't know me.
Cause I'm just.
You don't know
'cause
me.
I gotta take you down.
You trying to pull me back into a whole nother dark area of my life that I don't even need right now. And I'm sitting up here trying to reminisce with somebody that's on some positive stuff. You trying to be like, watch out, my man.
That's what they do.
Nothing I can do with you
That's
right
what
now.
they do.
Fuck
That's what
the
they
haters.
do. Fuck them.
Hey, man. I think we done had a pretty good show, man.
It's a great show, man. It was a great show. Now, what I need, and we didn't discuss this on the phone, but my Cash app.
Plug it.
I'm just joking.
Shameless. I don't give a fuck.
I just-
If I had a Cash app, I'll spit that bitch out. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to get one, and I'm going to put the link in the fucking description
That's what I told her
below the
girl.
video.
Hey man, but I do think that if we want to do this, man, let's end off with something positive, then, man. We had a good show, man. Like plug some of your stuff you doing for the community.
My man, see that? Oh man. So what I'm doing, man, is I got a nonprofit that I'm teaching the youth the craft of comedy, more on character building, communication. Lord knows we need that. Just the craft of being on stage, knowing what a light is. You know, I was so young at this, I didn't know what a light was that they wanted me off the stage. And I'm like, damn, they taking pictures of me. I'm like, okay. They're like, get off.
Time's running out,
nigga.
nigga.
Stealing jokes.
How to hold a microphone?
How to hold a microphone, improving, all of that. I can
Stage
just
presence.
imagine stage presence. And you're giving them a trade that they can take out in the world and nobody can take it. People got to understand if Instagram ended today, so would 80% of careers.
Wow.
You would never take stand-up away. That you could never take that. And to get them off the streets and get them away from these iPhones. I also help seniors, man. You know, I do safety checks on seniors. Make sure they're good. Make sure they got lighting in their house. Make sure they're not getting harassed. Make sure they got a a battery in their smoke alarms. All that. Just let them know that we care, and that's really my passion.
Man, and I can appreciate that because everybody want to attack the funny man, but don't nobody ever want to address the positive stuff.
There you go.
You know what I mean? And I appreciate what you're doing out here in the community, bro.
Thank you, bro.
For sure, man. You know I love you, bro.
Yes, sir.
My man, 100 grand. It's been real, man. It's been another episode of the JMatt Show. We will be back next week. Hopefully, my man DHAWK will join us again.
Absolutely.
Sometime soon.
Absolutely.
We out, y'all. Peace, love, blessings. See y'all soon.
So every time you